Have you ever wondered what shaped Fidel Castro into the influential figure he became? The answer might lie in his little-known childhood. Born in the year 1926, Castro was the third of 7 children in a prosperous farming family in Biran, a rural town in eastern Cuba. His father, Angel Castro, a self-made landowner and sugarcane farmer, had strong political affiliations that undoubtedly rubbed off on the young Fidel. His mother, Lina Rus Gonzalez, was a resilient woman who instilled in Castro the values of determination and grit. Castro's education was another significant influence. Attending Jesuit boarding schools, he was exposed to ideas of social justice, equality, and religious faith, tenets that would later underpin his political ideology. Here he also developed a reputation for his intelligence, athleticism, and charismatic leadership. These experiences formed a young Castro, setting him on a path of rebellion and leadership. Castro's journey into revolution started far before his ascent to power. It began during his university days. While studying law at the University of Havana, Castro found himself drawn to the world of politics. It was here that he first dipped his toes into the waters of activism, becoming deeply involved in the university's culture of anti-imperialist protest. He was not just a bystander in these protests. No, Castro was at the forefront, leading the charge against perceived injustices and advocating for change. His revolutionary spirit didn't stop at mere protests. Castro soon found himself plotting to overthrow Rafael Trujillo, the then dictator of the Dominican Republic. Though this attempt was unsuccessful, it did not dampen Castro's resolve. If anything, it only fueled his passion for revolution even more. These experiences, these failed attempts, they were not setbacks in Castro's eyes. Rather, they were stepping stones, crucial parts of his journey towards revolution. These experiences solidified Castro's revolutionary spirit, setting the stage for his future endeavors. The road to power wasn't smooth for Castro. It was paved with trials, tribulations, and a fair share of jail time. This journey began with the failed attack on the Moncada barracks in 1953, a brazen act of rebellion against the ruling Batista regime. The attack ended disastrously, leading to Castro's capture and subsequent imprisonment. Yet even behind bars, Castro's spirit remained unbroken. This resilience was demonstrated in his now famous "History will absolve me" speech. Delivered during his trial, Castro defended his actions with eloquence and conviction, stirring the hearts of many and igniting the embers of revolution. Following a surprisingly lenient sentence, Castro was released from prison, a decision Batista would come to regret. Wasting no time, Castro fled to Mexico, where he began training a new band of revolutionaries. Here, Castro honed his leadership skills and strategized his return to Cuba. 1959 saw the culmination of Castro's relentless pursuit of power. The Cuban Revolution, led by Castro and his band of revolutionaries, overthrew Batista's regime, marking a new chapter in Cuban history. This successful revolution was a testament to Castro's tenacity, strategic acumen, and the unwavering belief in his cause. Despite numerous obstacles, Castro's relentless spirit saw him rise to power, changing the face of Cuba forever. His ascent to power was not simply a political shift, it was a transformation of a nation, an embodiment of resilience and revolution. Castro's rule over Cuba was a complex era, riddled with untold stories. A chapter of history that is as intriguing as it is controversial. Under Castro's rule, education and healthcare became 2 of the pillars of the Cuban society. He launched an ambitious literacy campaign that sought to eradicate illiteracy across the island, a feat which UNESCO recognized as a significant achievement. In the realm of healthcare, Cuba's medical diplomacy became renowned worldwide, with Cuban doctors serving in over 60 countries, yet the world remembers Castro's rule most vividly for his pivotal role in the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was a tense 13-day standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union, with Cuba at the center stage. Castro's decision to allow the Soviets to install nuclear missiles on Cuban soil brought the world to the brink of nuclear war, a chilling moment in Cold War history. However, Castro's rule was not without its shadows. His human rights record remains a heated topic of debate. Critics argue that under his regime, dissent was often met with imprisonment and freedom of speech was largely curtailed. Yet, supporters point to the social progress achieved under his rule. In its entirety, Castro's rule was a tapestry of triumphs and trials, of progress and controversies. It was a time of transformation for Cuba, a time of global tensions and of internal reforms. Castro's rule, filled with untold stories, left an indelible mark on Cuba and the world. Thank you for watching Fidel Castro, The Untold Chronicles. We hope this deep dive into Castro's rule has given you a new perspective on a significant chapter of world history. If you found this video informative and want to learn more about such intriguing stories, make sure to hit the like button. Your support helps us to continue providing content like this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We continue to explore the untold chronicles of history, bringing you fresh, insightful narratives on the figures and events that have shaped our world. Stay tuned for more Untold Chronicles. Until then, keep exploring and keep learning. Remember, history is not always what it seems.